2009 is upon us on the 40-year sim. I am Nutty Sports Gamer. Let's check out all 30 teams, starting with the Sixers and the Magic. Got Steve Francis, Jameson Brewer, Rudy Gay, Kevin Love, Vin Baker, Eddie Jones coming off the bench, Royal Ivy as well, Alexia Jinka, who's below that, Jason Smith, and Jarrett Jack. We got a mix of old and new. Nick Batum, he's a rookie, Roy Hibbert, Gabe Pruitt. So yeah, we got a lot of young guys mixed in with veterans. Stephon Marbury still in the Magic with Michael Finley, Glenn Robinson, Sean Merritt, and Brad Miller. So a veteran squad with Tony Allen coming off the bench, William Avery, Scott Pollard, Johan Metro, Pavlovich, Andre Blatch. Yeah, mostly a veteran squad, like I said. We'll see if they can get back into playoff form. They do have Corey Brewer and Eric Gordon, who eventually I expect to be part of the rotation. Let's check out some highlights of this game. Just get a taste of these teams. Jameson Brewer gonna make a three for the Sixers. He was a part of the Denver Nuggets last several seasons. Now he's here in Philly with Rudy Gay, who's handling the ball, pulls up for the tray and sinks it. Rudy Gay with the tray. Now we got Michael Finley with the miss. Brad Miller with the putback. 6-2 early on. Brad Miller in the post. Can't make that shot. Rudy Gay with the rebound. Is Rudy Gay the next big 76er star? Steve Francis, could he be the next star in Philly? He makes a layup there. And it's 8-2. Stephon Marbury misses the three. Rudy Gay with the rebound. And Gay will drive, spin, and make the shot. So Rudy Gay is looking good. Looks like he's getting better. Certainly making more highlights than he did last season. Vin Baker back in Philly makes that shot. Remember, he was drafted by Philly, was there for a number of seasons in the 90s. Stephon Marbury passing it to Glenn Robinson, former Philly veteran, misses the shot. Then we got a putback. It's 87-67. We got a baseline jumper for the 76ers. Rudy Gay again. Rudy Gay doing his thing. Brad Miller with the basket. I think we're just about done here. 96-78 final score. Sixers look like there's improvements there. I see some improvements there in Philly. Let's check out the Trailblazers and the Grizzlies now. Let's see where the Trailblazers are at. First Grizzlies. Mike Conley, Monte Ellis, Jamal Mashburn, Keith Van Horn, Nene, Boris Diaw, Marc Gasol. Got some inklings of a grit and grind Grizzlies maybe in the future. Jason Williams, Josh Howard, CJ Watson, Brent Barry. It's not there yet, but the possibility is there that we can make that team happen. Jason Terry, Richard Hamilton, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Chris Webber now on the Blazers with Joakim Noah as the starting center, Paul Millsap, Jason Hart, Tony Batty, Amir Johnson, Rod Grizzard. Another team that has a mix of old guys and younger guys like Joakim Noah and Paul Millsap. There's a jumper there by Jamal Mashburn, the veteran member of the Grizzlies. There's a three by Abdur-Rahim. Rip Hamilton sinking the tray for Portland. How about Mike Conley to Keith Van Horn? Nails it. 8-5 early on. Abdur-Rahim, future Hall of Famer in this sim. He's been lights out. Won a championship with the Blazers, of course. Makes a layup there. He's definitely getting his jersey retired with the Blazers. He's a Blazers legend. He is. There's a basket there for the Grizzlies. 12-7. Abdur-Rahim to Rip Hamilton. Makes the shot for Portland. Now we got Jason Terry missing Abdur-Rahim with the layup. 16-7 early on. Mike Conley gonna pass it to Keith Van Horn, who makes the three. Keith Van Horn was drafted by the Grizzlies way back in the late 90s. Played for a couple other teams. I think mainly the Hornets, maybe another team as well. But now he's back with the Grizzlies. Got Jason Terry with the layup, and now it's 18-10. Can the Grizzlies catch up to the Blazers? Not looking likely. 138-113. We'll keep tabs on these teams, see if they'll be worth watching in the future. Let's move on to Hawks versus Pistons. The Hawks Pistons first. I always get it wrong. Pistons are first. Carlos Arroyo, Courtney Lee, Bruce Bowen, David Lee, Chris Stick, Jose Calderon, Trevor Ariza, Haddadi, John Lucas III, Yi Jingling, Jianlan, okay, whatever. Hawks, Jay Williams, Tabo Cephalosha, Hito Turkoglu, Tim Duncan, Udonis Haslam, Isaiah Ryder, Tino Mobley, Austin Crozier, Joe Prisbilla, Eddie House, Ron Mercer, etc. The Hawks look vastly different now. As you see Christic with the dunk there. Rebuilding around Tim Duncan, Cephalosha with the layup. The hope is to get some, eventually get some younger players around Tim Duncan, with Turkoglu being the main scorer. Him and Tim Duncan being the main scorers. Here's Turkoglu, by the way, missing a three. Tim Duncan with the rebound, and Haslam with the dunk. So 6-4 early on, but Billups is gone, right? Allen Iverson is gone. It's time to start fresh in Atlanta with Tim Duncan. There's a Bruce Bowen three who used to be on the Hawks. Won a championship there, if you remember. Cephalosha to Tim Duncan. Spins, makes the basket, 8-7. Can Tim Duncan win another championship with a new group of guys in Atlanta? That is going to be the question for the next couple of seasons. Can Tim Duncan get back there with an entirely new cast of characters? Hit a Turkoglu with the basket there. Turkoglu is just, he is fun to watch in this sim, I gotta say. David Lee with the layup at the other end, by the way. Carlos Arroyo, guarded by Jay Williams, who used to be on the Bulls. Steal there, Tim Duncan. Williams passing it to Duncan for the dunk. 12-9, and that's it. 100-84. We saw enough. We'll see the Hawks more. Pistons, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll see them more. I don't know. They're not that interesting this season, unfortunately. Unless you want to see some Courtney Lee highlights, but I don't think you do. Timberwolves, Delonte West, Jerry Stackhouse, James Posey, Antoine Walker, Ben Wallace, God Sham God, Chris Mim. The main takeaway, I think, for this season is new look, right? So they got new uniforms. I don't think we see the court in this episode, but they have a new court as well. So a new era for the Timberwolves is upon us. New branding. So that's fun. The team is kind of weird, though. Weird mix of veterans and Delonte West, who for some reason kind of rules in this sim. He's kind of awesome. Yeah, Goran Dragic and Robin Lopez deep in the reserves. Then you get the Warriors. Andre Miller, no longer Jason Kidd. Andre Miller now is a starter for the Warriors. J.R. Smith, Anton Jamison, McDyess, Kurt Thomas, Outlaw, Delk, Yarich, Darius Miles. So this is interesting. If there is a new core, I wasn't sure if we were going to see it in this episode, but we do. So check it out. I should have checked to see if this was fully accurate. But you see what happened was 2K didn't update the core for me, so I had to scour and find the closest thing to represent this era of Timberwolves basketball. Here's Stackhouse with a basket for Minnesota. 5-3 is the score. Antoine Walker is gonna miss that shot. Ben Wallace though with the dunk. 7-4 now is the score. J.R. Smith with the layup. And the Warriors, I should say, are down by 1. And Tony McDyess passing to J.R. Smith, who makes the 3. 9-7, Antoine Walker to Ben Wallace, who dunks the ball. Tying game at 9. J.R. Smith again. Yes, sir. And the Warriors up early, halfway through the first. We got Jamison to J.R. Smith yet again. J.R. Smith is an absolute sniper in this sim. It's quite the wonder to watch, man. How about Jamison? No freaking way. Okay, yeah. But we do get a tip in there. And the Warriors probably, no? Okay, they lose. 105-93 after all those highlights. The Warriors lose. And let's move on to Clippers Hornets. Hornets have a new court, folks. New uniforms. Really fun. Baron Davis also on the team. Dwayne Wade. Deshaun Stevenson as well. Hornets got to make the freaking playoffs. All right. Rafe LaFrance, Alf Jefferson, Rafer Alston, Charlie Villanueva, Lou Amundsen, etc. Let's make the freaking playoffs. Can we, Hornets? Clippers, they're definitely not making the playoffs. Sam Cassell, Chris Duhon, Wally Zerbiak, Al Harrington. We got Al Harrington versus Al Jefferson in this game. Kendrick Perkins, Tyrus Thomas, Martell Webster. It's an odd group of guys. Eddie Gill, Ramon Sessions. And it's just they got Brook Lopez in the reserves. He'll eventually see minutes either later this season or next season. But they're cooking up something strange there in Los Angeles. There's a dunk there by the Hornets to start things off. Dwayne Wade making the shot. This court is really snazzy, folks. This court, my God, I love it. Al Jefferson making the basket. And by the way, there's courts that I love and courts that I don't love as much. But you know what? What I enjoy is the different eras, as we see Al Jefferson miss, and then Kendrick Perkins makes that shot. So, I love this court. But you know what? I'm looking forward to the Pelicans as well. It's going to be fun to see that. I don't want to have the same court for 10 seasons. You know what I mean? It's good to have some change in this sim. As you see a basket there for the Clippers. Change is good, I think. Change is good in this sim. A basket by Dwayne Wade. Wally Zerbiak missing. Kendrick Perkins with the basket. See, I like the idea that you could jump into the 1989 season, the 95 season, 2003, 2009, and the courts look way different. You know what I mean? I like to see that gradual change over time of all these courts and brandings just changing and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool thing to see develop. 92-86. As I stop rambling about stuff, we got a made basket there by the Hornets, and this game is over. I shouldn't have been talking that much. 186 though, the Hornets. I'm hoping this is a sign. I mean, I don't know if beating the Clippers means much, but the hope is that the Hornets will be much better this year because, we're not too far away from the 2010 offseason. And, if Dwayne Wade is not happy, he could be leaving. We have to brace for that. Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets. This is a really good matchup. Jason Kidd is now on the Mavericks. Vince Carter, Andre Iguodala, Kwame Brown, and Shaquille O'Neal. Pablo Prigioni, Drew Coles, Anthony Tolliver, Aaron McKee, Carl Landry, Charles Smith, and some other guys. But Landry, Tolliver, I found those guys deep in the free agency. I wanted to make sure they got some minutes because they actually balled out in real life. Derrick Rose, Raja Bell, LeBron James, Rashard Lewis, Eric Dampier, Sebastian Telfair, Bobby Simmons, Brian Skinner, Hassel, Jared Dudley. So we got the Derrick Rose, LeBron era in Denver, as we see a 3 there by Vince Carter. Let's see if we can get a little taste of Derrick Rose. There's a basket by Rashard Lewis, I think. Jason Kidd to Shaq, double teamed. Makes the basket. And yeah, Jason Kidd now in the Mavericks. The Mavericks, man, they have a super team here, with Iggy, Shaq, and Vince Carter, but it's time to really see them, take that next step. To see a dunk there by LeBron James. So the signing, the trade for Jason Kidd is supposed to get them to the next level, the elite level, which they haven't been in thus far this season. Thus far the last couple of seasons. Did we jump into any more this game? Probably not, but that's okay because we'll be seeing plenty of Mavericks and Nuggets. We'll be seeing plenty of Derrick Rose in the next episode, and plenty of the Mavericks and Jason Kidd in future episodes. So yeah, look forward to Jason Kidd on the Mavericks. It's gonna be fun. Let's check out some of the transactions. Steve Francis as we saw, is now a Sixer with JaVale McGee. Got a first round going to the Sixers too in that deal. Raja Bell going to the Nuggets. Got Roy Hibbert and Vin Baker going to the 76ers for Lorenzen Wright, Joe Smith, and Wilson Chandler. Sixers traded Sebastian Telfair for James Brewer. That was part of that other trade, the Steve Francis trade. So that was an addition. Chauncey Billups, Stromile Swift, David Bluffendale, and Louis Scola going to the Bulls for Jay Williams, Cephalosha, Marcus Camby, Austin Crozier, and 2 first-round picks. And then you have Katina Mobley and Jonas Haslam going to the Hawks for Marcus Camby and some second-rounders. So Marcus Camby bouncing from the Bulls to the Hawks. Got Jason Kidd going to the Mavericks, like we just saw. Andre Miller and Kurt Thomas part of that deal and a first-round pick. Jamal Magloire, Al Thornton, and Joel Freeland traded to the Bobcats for Chris Anderson. Rockets traded Ben Wallace and Brevin Knight to the Wolves for Raymond Felton. Trailblazers traded Damon Stoudemire, Rasheed Wallace, Vujicic, Ryan Anderson, etc. to the Heat for Chris Webber and Jason Terry. Baron Davis and Deshaun Stevenson traded to the Hornets for Steve Blake, Keith Van Horn, Caron Butler, a couple first-round picks. Wizards traded Jerry Stackhouse, Raul Lopez, second-rounders for Desmond Mason and Brevin Knight. Jazz traded Kenyon Martin to the Bobcats for David West and a first-round pick. Kings, Rashawn Leonard, a couple second-rounders, a first-round pick to Pacers for Dante Jones, Jamal Crawford, Patrick O'Brien. Spurs traded Mike Conley, Brent Barry, and Jose Calderon for Marcus Camby, Caron Butler, Steve Blake, first-round picks. Cavaliers, Wally Zerbiak and Eddie Gill going to the Clippers for second-rounders, Jason Thompson and Gary Neal. Al Harrington and a second-round pick going to the Clippers for Matt Bonner. Brad Miller to the Magic for Eric Dampier going to the Nuggets. Reggie Evans, some second-round pick and a first-round pick going to the Raptors for Jared Dudley. And then you got Mike Conley, Brent Barry, Keith Van Horn, and Courtney Alexander to the Grizzlies for Arroyo, Lee, Bruce Bowen, David Lee, some first-round picks, etc. Mike Conley, big part of that deal. So Mike Conley going to the Grizzlies. They used some first-round picks to make that happen. The Grizzlies did, but it's to get Mike Conley, So they got him now. So that's fun. And we'll see if I can continue to build that Grizzlies team into a grit and grind. Thunder! Jameer Nelson, Bonzi Wells, Kevin Durant, Marvin Williams, Andre Bargnani, Antonio Davis, Matt Bonner, J.R. Bremer, Randy Foye, Jason Capono, O.J. Mayo, and then some reserves. Boston, got Tinsley, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Chris Anderson, Birdman, Ed Gray, Vincent Yarbrough, Ronnie Buford, Brian Scalabrine, Deion Glover, Mike Sweetney. Got Steve Novak and Omer Ashik. Hoping to boost these guys eventually. They're not really progressing the way they should be in this sim, and I want those guys to be part of some rotations. If not Boston, somewhere else. But I wanted to sign them to the Boston Celtics. That way, I just don't forget about them. There's a couple instances of that. You'll see some guys deep in the bench. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget about them. They don't retire. So, but here's the Thunder. Right, we're in OKC, right? As much as I miss the Sonics, I mean, when I think of 2010s era basketball, unfortunately, I think of the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of, it is what it is. But as I've said before, we will bring back the Sonics. So, best of both worlds, I say. Kevin Durant with the steal, pass to Marvin Williams with the mid-range jumper, 6-4. Bonzi Wells making the three for OKC. Jamal Tinsley to Paul Pierce. He sinks the tray. It's 9-7. Kevin Garnett makes the jumper. Tie game at 9. Paul Pierce. Pass to Kevin Garnett. The jumper is good. We'll see if Birdman decided the trade for Birdman. Is that enough to really elevate this Celtics squad that got swept by the Hawks last year? Hope so. We'll see. Kings versus Cavaliers now. So you got Kyle Lowry, Kevin Martin, Carlos Delfino. You got Joe Smith, Greg Oden, Lorenzen Wright, Wilson Chandler, Will Bynum, Rodney Rogers, Marcin Gortat, and some other guys on the Cavaliers. They're quietly brewing something there. Chris Paul, Dante Jones, Carmelo Anthony, Jermaine O'Neal, Andres Biedrins, Devin George, Jamal Crawford, Ersan Ilyasova, Nate Robinson, finally part of rotation. Good to see that. Channing Frye as well. Let's check out these two teams. Oden to Joe Smith. The turnaround jumper looks good. Got Chris Paul with the mid-ranger off glass. Looking mighty nice so far. How about Delfino? How about Lowry with a 3? Making it 5-2 early on. We got a Chris Paul jumper there. Now it's 5-4 with 9.5 left to go. And a tray for the Kings to go up by 2. Kyle Lowry to Delfino. Delfino makes the layup. Tie game at 7. Whew. Kyle Lowry, corner pocket 3. Now Chris Paul, guarded by Kyle Lowry. The pass to Biedrins, the dunk. 10-9. Halfway through the first, Carmelo Anthony. He's going to pull up for the jumper and sink it for the Kings. 11-10. How about a basket there for the Kings? And how about Kevin Martin trying to get past his defender? Misses the shot, but Greg Oden with the putback. 85-85 late in the fourth now. Jermaine O'Neal with the basket. 2-point game. Kevin Martin to Joe Smith, to Carlos Delfino for the corner three. And the Cavaliers take the lead briefly. Kings back up though. Delfino for the three. No good, but Greg Oden's there for the dunk. Greg Oden looking better and better every year. Love to see it. He's still only, 21 years old? He's got plenty left in the tank. Obviously, he's not going to get injured, so big plus there. And we got a miss there. Really, yeah, it's going to be fun to see Greg Oden part of the fabric of the 2010s, as we get... I know it's 2009, but you know what I mean. It's like, as we get deeper into this era of basketball, seeing Greg Oden just be part of it, it's going to be fun. There's a basket by the Kings, though. 93-90 is the score. 16 seconds left to go. Kevin Martin dribbling the ball. The pass to Delfino. The make! He makes it. Tie game at 93. Can the Kings respond? Or are we going to see overtime tonight? Chris Paul catching it. Dribbling it. The pass to O'Neal. The miss. Overtime. 4.5 left to go. In the extra period, we got Joe Smith beating his defender, making a shot. Jermaine O'Neal. Nice pass to Chris Paul. He pump fakes, passes it out to O'Neal for the basket. I guess so. 99-85. Biedrins to Chris Paul. That's money. 101-98 now is the score. Kevin Martin. I almost said Kevin Hart. Martin to Biedrins to Chris Paul. Beats his defender, Lowry, and makes the layup. 101-100. Fun to see the new school of point guards out there facing each other. Chris Paul with another layup. 102-102 is the tie game. Kyle Lowry passing it. Nice pass to Greg Oden for the dunk. 106-104. Oden with the basket there. And that should do it. The Cavaliers are going to win 110-106 in overtime. Good game. 27-18 for Greg Oden. Let's move on to Charlotte Bobcats and the Toronto Raptors. The Bobcats feel very positioned for the playoffs. Let's check out the Raptors roster first. Devin Harris, Ricky Davis, Andre Kirilenko, Carlos Boozer, Hilton Armstrong, Mike Dunleavy, Reggie Evans, Samuel D'Alembert, Kyle Korver, Earl Watson. Solid group overall. Solid. Nothing too fancy. But the Bobcats, you got Darren Williams, Brandon Roy, Joe Wallace, Kenyon Martin, Andrew Bogut, Jamal Magloire, Michael Petrus, Dan Gadzuric, Omar Cook, DeJuan Wagner, etc. Yamahini. Here's Kenyon Martin with the basket. So Kenyon Martin now part of the Bobcats. And we will see, I see a shot there by Darren Williams, I believe. We'll see if the Bobcats can finally make the playoffs. How about that, huh? A miss there, and a dunk by Kenyon Martin. Makes it 10-2. Martin to Gerald Wallace, to Williams, to Brandon Roy for three. And it's 13-2 early on. Can the Raptors do anything? Anything interesting? Kirilenko with the jumper. It's 19-4, though. The Bobcats really showing that they are a team to be reckoned with. How about a three here? 22-4. Good Lord. But there's a three by the Raptors to stop the bleeding. Kyle Korver with a three. Devin Harris. 27-15. This is bad for the Raptors. My God. How about D'Alembert? The basket. Game getting a little bit closer, though. Is it close enough to jump in? No. 84-74, Bobcats win. 22 for Kenyon Martin. And yeah, we'll see if Kenyon Martin, the addition of him, is going to be good enough for the Bobcats to make the playoffs. Suns versus Heat. Tony Parker, Larry Hughes, Stojakovic, Chris Bosh, Dwight Howard, Salim Stoudemire, Nick Collison. Coming off the bench, Luke Ridnour, Adam Morrison, Derek Anderson, Danilo Gallinari. The Heat, Damon Stoudemire, Morris Peterson, Corey Maggette, Rasheed Wallace, Ilgauskas, Vujicic, Lou Williams, Thaddeus Young, TJ Ford, and some other young guys. And the Heat are kind of weird this year. They're just kind of in a weird spot. Corey Maggette with the dunk. The Suns, though, they're a defending champion team, and we'll see if they can get back to that level this season. Dwight Howard, part of the Twin Towers, him and Chris Bosh, makes that basket. 4-2. Got a layup there for Tony Parker. Damon Stoudemire misses the shot there. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Loses the ball. Pass to Ilgauskas. The make. 6-4. Tony Parker to Chris Bosh. Makes 3. Top of the key. 7-6. How about who was that? No, Morris Peterson. What was I saying? I think I almost said Al Jefferson. I don't know why. Corey Maggette with a 3. 12-7 is the score. Dwight Howard to Stojakovic, the Finals MVP. Stojakovic makes that jumper, rattles in. Now we have Rasheed Wallace to Maggette. He misses the 3. Rebound, Suns. Stojakovic. He's going to make that 3 to tie the game. Rasheed Wallace versus Chris Bosh. Wallace gets blocked. And looks like the ball went out of bounds. So nice stand by the Suns. Morris Peterson. Nearly loses the ball. Pass it to Ilgauskas. He'll miss. Then make this dunk. And all right, let's see if this game is going to be worth checking out further. It is a close game. And Heat win. We don't really, yeah. I could have jumped in, but we got a lot more games. We got a lot more teams to look at. So, yeah, we'll definitely check out at least the Suns later this season. We'll see if the Heat will be worth checking out as well. Jazz versus Bulls. So Jazz made some interesting moves. Let's check out the Bulls first. Chauncey Billups, Jason Richardson, Shane Battier, Zach Randolph, Luis Scola, Leandro Barbosa, Stromal Swift, Blumenthal, Mo Williams, Troy Hudson, Matt Okoro. So, yeah, Bulls also made some good moves there, or interesting moves. Mike Bibby, Joe Johnson, Tayshaun Prince, David West, Chris Kaman, Wang Zhizhi, Antonio Daniels, Marcus Fizer, PJ Tucker, George Hill now in the rotation. Cool to see that. Yeah, really fun to see this team here and there. Maybe we'll jump into a few Jazz games if they're good. How about a 3 by Mike Bibby? 5-2. Missed shot there. Chris came in with the rebound. Yeah, Bulls made some changes. David West with the basket there. David West is younger than Kenyon Martin, and I wanted the Bobcats to really get that playoff push, and I thought David West would be a good fit for this Jazz team. I hope I'm right. But here is the Jazz right now. Joe Johnson making the shot off glass, 11-2 early on. Jason Richardson will miss that shot for the Bulls. Came with the rebound. Mike Bibby, I should say, is going to make that shot off glass. 13-2 early on. The new look Bulls not looking too great early on, but still too early to say. Shane Battier makes a 3, though, so that's nice. 13-5. Joe Johnson with the pass. David West. Jumper's good. And let's see if will we jump into this game? We might not, because we got other teams to check out. Yeah, we're not going to jump in. 114-100, though. I'm almost positive we at least see the Bulls and maybe a little bit more Jazz later in this season. But, yeah, two teams in interesting stages of their franchises. We'll see how things go for them in the near future. Nets, Pacers now. Nets. What's going on with the Nets? I'm not sure. The Pacers, though, we'll get to them later. Steve Nash, Damon Jones, Grant Hill, Amari Stoudemire, Ratliff, Steven Jackson, J.J. Barea, etc. Pacers, Rajon Rondo, Michael Redd, Danny Granger, Al Horford, Michael Okafor, Sean Leonard, Speedy Claxton, Serge Ibaka, Brian Grant. I hope this team's good this year. I mean, they have good players. They have a good rotation. We'll see how it goes. The Nets, meanwhile, I expect them to do some good things. Grant Hill with the layup there. I think that's what they won 58 games last season, right? So, yeah, I'm definitely expecting some big things for the Nets. Get a layup there for Rajon Rondo. Now Horford. He's going to pass to Michael Redd for the layup. 6-3. Steve Nash misses. Thea Ratliff with the putback. And it's 6-5. Whew. How about a little alley-oop to Al Horford for the Pacers? Grant Hill, not to be outdone, makes the alley-oop pass to Theo Ratliff. Check it out again. Ratliff is old now, but he still can leap with the best of them. 8-7. Danny Granger of the Pacers, missing. Makes that basket. Granger again. Will miss that shot, but Al Horford will get the putback. Michael Redd to Granger. To Rajon Rondo. Makes the shot. 14-7. Steve Nash makes the jumper for New Jersey. 14-9. Nash again. The pass to Grant Hill eventually with the ball. Grant Hill will make that three. 14-12. Like some of these other games, I don't know if we jump in. You know, when I jump into it later, that's what makes these videos go from 43 minutes to 58 minutes. So, and it's tough to make. It's tough to make 58-minute videos, folks. Wizards, Cavaliers. Gilbert Arenas, Desmond Mason, Mike Miller, Josh Smith, Yao Ming, Brevin Knight, Smokey Walker, Kriapa, Ronnie Stuckey. So this team made the finals last year. We'll see if the Wizards can do something like that this season. Got a made jumper there by Gilbert Arenas. Lowry to Joe Smith for the missed shot. Greg Oden against Yao Ming. Blocked by Yao Ming. But Joe Smith able to get the basket there. How about an alley-oop to Greg Oden? Kevin Martin with the pass. Yao Ming making this shot over Joe Smith. So, got some interesting bigs here. Right? You know, Yao Ming versus Greg Oden. Gilbert Arenas with the dunk for the Wizards. Then we got Carlos Delfino with the long two. 8-6. Desmond Mason can't hit that three. Yao Ming tips it in. 10-9. Kevin Martin. The pass to Delfino. To Kyle Lowry, who makes that three for the Cavaliers. And I doubt we see more of this game, do we? Probably not. I don't remember, though. I don't think we do. No. No? Actually, we might. We might because it's a one-point game with a minute left. I was able to catch it at just the right time. I am not the best at simcasting, but this time I did it. Oh, man. Why'd I do that? 105, 103. I'm such a tease. All right. I think so. Well, somebody fouled out. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Spurs, Russell Westbrook, finally. Ben Gordon, Caron Butler, Marcus Aldridge, Marcus Camby, Eddie Griffin. I hope Westbrook is awesome in this sim. He freaking better be. All right, let's see. Maybe he won't show us something in his first game. I mean, let's give him some time to develop. Aldridge with the jumper for the Spurs. He also, I want to see more out of Marcus Aldridge too. It's about time he starts to really show up as an all-star caliber player. Jazz made that shot. Then we have Aldridge missing. So 6-2 early on this game. Mike Bibby with the jumper. 8-2. Joe Johnson misses. Putback is good by David West. Now here's Caron Butler missing. Marcus Aldridge with the putback. 10-7. Bibby makes that shot for the Jazz. Now here's Aldridge with the miss. And Tayshaun Prince. Pass to Bibby. The basket. 18-7 so far. Spurs not showing much. Russell Westbrook to Marcus Camby for the basket. 18-9. Sean Livingston's out there. Let's see what he can do. Gonna pass it to Russell Westbrook, who misses that shot. Got a rebound and a basket there, but I think that was Marcus Camby. Checking out the Simcast. We will definitely see more Russell Westbrook in the next episode. Whether or not he shows up and actually shows us the goods, you'll have to find out. I can't remember. I think he does. One of them does. Either him or Derrick Rose. I can't remember who actually was good in that episode. Raymond Felton, Allen Iverson, McGrady, Elton Brand, Cesar Pachulia, Tim Thomas, Malik Allen, Jamario Moon, DJ Augustine of the Houston Rockets. So yes, Allen Iverson, Trace McGrady. They are a duo in Houston. Let's see if that works out. McGrady with the 3 there for Houston. Got Raymond Felton to McGrady. The screen, the pass. Raymond Felton with the corner 3, making it 6-3. Kevin Love. See him do some stuff. Misses that shot. Vin Baker with the putback. 6-5. How about Vin Baker to Rudy Gay? Makes that shot off glass. McGrady pulls up for the jumper, sinks it, and it's 8-7. Felton to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson has a rocket, makes the layup. Looking good. 10-7. And we got Steve Francis. I mean, once the Nuggets got Derrick Rose, it was over for Francis. Francis makes that dunk. That's the easiest trade ever. Once you get Derrick Rose, goodbye Steve Francis. So we'll see how he does in the Sixers, though. Rebound by Elton Brand there. Makes the basket for the Rockets, 14-9. And now we have McGrady to Felton. Felton to Trace McGrady for the dunk. And I don't know. We might not have time for anything more than that. But we will definitely check out the Sixers in the next episode because of Kevin Love, and the Rockets because Allen Iverson and Trace McGrady. I'm sure we'll check them out later in the season. So, but that is a taste, a glimpse, just like everybody else. And there's a shot of Allen Iverson. He is a Rocket now. That wasn't really a great shot, so let's just move on. Bobcats, Knicks. How many more teams are left? Damn it, 30 teams is a lot. And now I want to do 32 teams. Am I nuts? Heinrich, Quentin Richardson, Richard Jefferson, Chris Wilcox, Eddie Curry, Vladimir Radvanovich, to name a few. That's the Knicks. Brandon Roy makes a jumper for the Bobcats. This is really an excuse to see more Bobcats, though. We'll see if the Knicks are good, too. Eddie Curry with a shot there. I changed his number from 8 to 34. I didn't mean to do that for a while, but I was lazy. We got a jumper there by Brandon Roy. 34 just looks right for a Knicks big. 8, that's more for a Knicks wing, in my opinion. Knicks wings wear the number 8, not bigs. Number 21, Quentin Richardson. I think his shot got deflected. Bobcats ball. Brendan Roy to Darren Williams. Alley-oop to Kenyon Martin. And that's what he brings to this team, folks. 9-4. He also brings this. Rebounds and dunks and alley-oops and awesome defense. Heinrich with the miss. Jared Wallace with the rebound. The open 3. Darren Williams sinks it. 14-4. Are the Knicks going to do anything? Wake up, Knicks. Kenyon Martin with another dunk. This is looking pretty sad. Ay. I think the Knicks end up being pretty solid, so I feel like we jump into some Knicks games throughout the season, but they did not show up for this game. Not a great look. New York. Bulls, Bucks. Bucks. Penny Hardaway, Ginobili, Luol Deng, Dirk Nowitzki, Tyson Chandler, Donald Foyle, J.J. Redick, Ty Lue, Sean Williams, C.J. Miles, Aaron Aflalo in the reserves. Bucks make a basket. Dirk Nowitzki. I think we're nearing the end of this video, which thank God. The jumper by Dirk. Manu Ginobili. The pass to Penny. To Manu. Misses the shot. Tyson Chandler gets the putback. And it's 6-0 early on. Chauncey Billups with the bad pass. The pass to the wrong player. And now we got alley-oop to Tyson Chandler. 8-0. Dirk Nowitzki. Can't make that shot, but Tyson Chandler gets the rebound and the putback. And we might not even need to see any more of this. Got close, though, but not close enough. 109.99. 23 for Dirk Nowitzki. 32 for Billups. That's not a bad game for him. Anything else? Heat, Lakers. Okay, yeah. I think we haven't seen the Lakers yet. So let's check them out. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant, Ron Artest, Lamar Odom, Pau Gasol, Chucky Atkins, Eaton Thomas, Jalen Rose, Kerry Kittles, Nocioni. That's about all that you need to know there. Okay, let's get it going. Lamar Odom, the pass to Kobe for the tray, making it 3-0. Morris Peterson to Damon Stoudemire to Rasheed Wallace. The basket, 3-2. Ron Artest can't make that shot, but Pau Gasol with the tip in. Stoudemire. Pass to Morris Peterson. Miss. Rebound. Lakers. Derek Fisher. Kobe receiving the pass from Ron Artest. Makes the 3. 8-2. Lamar Odom will miss that shot. Rebound Heat. And here they go the other way. We got Corey Maggette making that shot for Miami. Damon Stoudemire to Rasheed Wallace. Makes that basket. We got Kobe Bryant with a turnaround jumper. Morris Peterson with this basket. And this game is about over. Well, it's going to be over by the time we're done simcasting this. That is it. We did all 30 teams. Yes. 32 for Kobe in that game. That is it for this episode of the 40 Year Sim. Like and subscribe. And we'll be checking out Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, and many more in the next episode. Hope you're looking forward to that. I am Nutty Sports Gamer. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned.